multiple things to keep open at the whole same time. Bloody hell. Right. So, really need some zombie villagers. That would be very handy. Where's my wood? Right. Let's move that. Left that. How much string did we get? Move that. And then we can make some wool. Which means then I can make... Oh, I need to... Okay. Perfect for that. Spider in the turtle pit. Need some more. Some sticks. What do I need? 16. I don't need to do anything in the furnace. Ah, the stupid chicken. Come on. Move the flint and steel. Me a chicken. You little shit. Come back here, chicken. Right, let's move that down there, back over there. The spider definitely wants to attack me. Swing that back. Right. Fucking creepers. What do I need? That's for the glass so I can get down to the tortoise. And then I need some more wheat to breed the cows. Right. What the fuck? Fuck, man. Creepers in there with my turtle, fantastic. Oh, nice. Thunder and lightning. I didn't build my house out of wood. Fuck, it's a hole there full. Chatting up the fucking girl. Girls' night. It's not awkward, is it? That's awkward. Right. Never quartz. Never blocks. Really could do with a couple of zombie villagers. That would be fantastic. coal for some. Where's my sword? So, let's go to the nether. Pretty handy to find. Oh shit, why didn't I come with a spade? Just weird, isn't it? Get some soul sand and find some nether wall. Need to find a fortress. These would be all very handy. Let's take this soul stand. I found a hole. No. Just get the stack. Let's not mess with that. Let's do the job. Okay. 45, 19 more. Perfect. What are you doing? Having a dance. Having a dance. Nice. Ugh. I'm going fucking oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Cheers, Mr. Gas, you piece of shit. Smell it. glowstone. Morning Dan, how you doing son? Great stream again last night dude. It's nice to see someone putting out the Commodore Amiga stuff, and that's it's nice to see a few channels still doing that stuff, so good guests. Where's the rest of you? Oh, okay. I think I've broke my Twitch at the moment. I normally stream Minecraft on Twitch, so I broke my I think I broke my key, my stream key on it, and I can't seem to find it at the moment. So unfortunately, everybody on the lovely world of YouTube is getting the fantastic entertainment of YouTube. It is, yeah, it is Tigra. Where is he? Let's have a... Yeah. Tigra, and I managed to get this guy as well. So, who's this guy? Pound from Charity Shop. And I think a woman had my pants down with this one. I think I paid like £4 for it, with a bunch of other ones that but she wouldn't let it go. She wouldn't let it go separate. But Thundercats and He-Man and Turtles were very much my favourites as a kid. Sliver, yeah, that's the fella. But he's got a bit of a dodgy arm, so I got to look into try and get him fixed. Morning Jesse, how you doing? The Tigra seems to be alright. Little bit of beat. I mean, needs a bit of a clean up, but he's alright. He stands up. Ah, he's drunk. And I got a Trapjaw as well. You can see him. There's a few of the old WWF wrestlers knocking about. I've got a box of them somewhere, but there isn't really a lot of room in this little bit of section for me to get them all out. So I'm attempting to find a fortress. So I need a couple of blaze rods. Bushwhackers, yeah. I got one. I think, is this one Luke? I think it's Luke. And I got these are my spares. So sags and knobs. So they're these came with Trapjaw. So that was a bundle. I think that was £1 from St Mary's Hospice. I just haven't put them away. Or I was going to put these guys up for sale, because I've still got a whole load in a tub some around. Minecraft's your guilty pleasure, yeah. Oh crap, I'm lost. Oh no, I ain't. I love Minecraft. I probably spend more time on this game than I do any other game. So the world I've got at the moment is a bit of a survival island. I pretty much just started on an island, and I'm building up from there. But I'm struggling at the moment, so I've got no villagers, so I can't do any trades with them. So it's I'm having to grind using. I think I'm right in the corner of this nether. I've never gone this many blocks without finding a fortress. The amount of mobs that are spawning around here, there should be one around here somewhere. Plenty of pig, man. I can't wait for the update. There's an update coming out for it soon, but with Mojang being Mojang, they've not released when it's going to be. So the Fortress is getting a whole new. The Nether's getting a whole new update. So there's going to be new mobs. There's going to be a new ore, which is going to be more powerful than, more stronger than the diamond, apparently. So we'll see. Oi, get out of there! Excuse me. I'm gonna have to come back with a load of cobblestone, I think. I haven't really come in. I was expecting just to come in and find the fortress. Normally pretty good at finding the fortresses straight away. Let's go this way. See if there's anything over this way. Cat's trying to get in the small room.
What are you doing? Are you being naughty?
Trying to be naughty.
Are you being mischievous? You had your breakfast.
Itchy nose this morning. Sounds like oh my lord, this is terrible. I think I spawned in one of the corners. Okay, so my character's starving. Regular occurrence you'll see is I'll forget to eat in the game. I can't remember how many times I've died just due to the fact that I forgot to eat. I like playing on the hard level, so if you any of the other levels, if you forget to eat, you don't actually die from it. You'll just get down to 1 heart. I like that Stranded Deep, very Minecraft news. Yeah, I've seen that. Is that on Xbox at the moment, or is it just is it PS4? Ah, there it is. I've seen a few videos of it. It looks very good. There's another game quite similar to it. Is it Subnautica? I don't know. You have it on the PS4. It's definitely. I've definitely not seen it on the Xbox. Having the Game Pass is fantastic. Fucking creeper over there. Yeah, it's. I'm not even sure. Like I'm more an Xbox player than I am. I've got a PS4, but I very rarely use it. Oh shit, that's not good. Ah, did he kill my turtle? Yes. Creepers are arses. I can't believe that. I've had that turtle for ages. Creepers blew my turtle up. Fucking hell. That's not a good start. Definitely not a good start. Right. Got plenty of diamonds. So, let's breed the cows. I can start killing the cows off for some leather. Then we can make some books. Never used Twitch. It's a massive platform. It's owned by Amazon. Yeah, it's owned by Amazon. So it's predominantly League of Legends. Like that's the biggest. I'd say that's the biggest game on there. Certainly the one that pulls the most views. The Minecraft community on there is 1, 2, 3, 4. Is pretty good. Oh shit. But there's a lot of people playing Minecraft on there, so it's that's not to say that's not on any streaming platform. But at any given time there can be. I think when I went on it last night, there was something like 40,000 people in the Minecraft stream subsection, of which there was probably only 21,000. The rest were all streamers. So it's a big area. It's quite a niche to try and. I suppose it's the same as YouTube, really, isn't it? You've got your breakdown of the people that are there to make money. Morning Games Zone Birdman, thank you for coming into the stream. You've got the people that are there to make money, and you can clearly tell from the way their stream's set up that they're there just to make money. And then there's the ones that are there for recreational, ones that are there for just for the love of the game that they're playing. I think the ones that are there for the love of the game are the ones that tend to have more people, more regular followers. They have the consistency of the people returning to their stream. Flashback TNT, thank you for coming in the stream. Hope you're well. Keep seeing you live on the lockdown. You kept meaning to sub. Done. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you for the follow. James Keith 83, thank you for dropping in the stream. Appreciate that. Flashback, thanks for your sub. I appreciate that. The YouTube thing for me is I've had the channel for about not even a year, and it was more somewhere originally just to put the VODs, the VODs from the Twitch stream on, just somewhere, just so that they don't. Game Zone Birdman, thank you for the sub. I appreciate that. Wow, 2 subs today. That's amazing. Thank you. Yeah, the YouTube thing was more of a second thing, really. It was something just to do for me and my lad. And he tends to play CS:GO and stuff like that. He's more of a PC gamer than I am. So it was somewhere just to upload a little bit of Gears 4, Gears 5. I mean, some of the original videos on there are like 2-3 hours long. So it was more just to document them and put them on there. And I started doing a stream Sunday on Twitch where I'd just do an open map on Minecraft, where I'd open it up to any of the viewers for them to come in and play on the thingy. We'd do a 6-7 hour stream of just let them get on with it, really, and then just put that up onto the channel. That one's not too bad. You can get quite a few viewers, but the only problem with that is Minecraft on Twitch tends to gather quite a few younger audience and younger players, so you tend to start seeing there's a lot of 10 to 16-year-olds in that, and small majority of them are fantastic. But the last one I did, I think the stream's about I think the VOD on it's about 8 hours or 7 hours or so, and it was great for about 6. And then I had about 3 or 4 that joined on the Discord, who then the Discord was live in the stream, who then started prattling about, and then we had a couple of hackers in the game as well who were just doing duping. So they were just constantly spawning iron golems in the world, and then just running around. And I have sort of like a strict thing where I say to them, if you want to be on the world, you can't grief, you can't bully, you can't steal. You know, it's just an enjoyment thing. And towards the end of that stream, it was finding a lot of people's stuff was disappearing out of their chests. People were jumping in and out of the game and disappearing with it. So it's been a couple of weeks since I've done one of them, because it was okay. I mean, if you're looking to grow your Twitch channel and increase the amount of subs that you have to your thingy, then that's a way. I mean, I've got it up on the stream here. You see how many subs and how many people follows. I mean, I don't really need that. We just pop that away. But yeah, Twitch is a great platform. But the YouTube thing is fantastic. I if I'm honest, I didn't really know there was this big a retro community. It's taken me back a little bit by how many people are in this community, and Dan does a fantastic job with bringing a lot of people together. The streams that he does are fantastic, and it's certainly opened my eyes to a lot more people. And I was always a bit nervous about streaming on YouTube, or even putting videos up on YouTube, because I think out of YouTube and Twitch, YouTube is the bigger platform. It's more accessible to more people. So you feel a little bit funny about doing a video and how it's going to be perceived by someone, and you know, other people that you work with who might come across the video and think what's this idiot doing? He's not like this at work, kind of thing. So it's good to see Dan doing it, and I love Dan's perception of like, just leave it organic. Do the video. If there's a mistake in there, just leave it in there, and that's very much my thing. I'm not trying to be anything that I'm not trying to be. I'm not trying to be a character or anything in anything of that nature. What you see with me is what you get. My beard ranges from short like this to it'll grow out. Yeah, it's the Gaming Viking was originally set up as when I had a bigger beard, and I love the whole Norseman folklore stuff. So it just sort of like fitted perfectly. But yeah, it's very encouraging. I mean, just today, two extra subs. That's amazing. And I mean, I'm not looking to break the world of subs, but it's nice to come into a community and be accepted, be welcomed. So yeah, and Minecraft is kind of like, it is my thing, in the sense of it's new, but at the same time it's got that retro feel. It's got that little bit of 8-bit, 16-bit feel to it, with the block placing, and I think it appeals to our kind of age a little bit as well, because it's a little bit Lego-y at the same time, and you know, no two games play the same, and no two people play the same way. Don't you mean 3 subs? Thank you, Level 4. I appreciate that sub. Wow. I mean, that's probably took me up to 30 subs just today, so that's amazing. Thank you. So you've listened to me waffle on a little bit here. So I'm in the process. As you can see, I'm on an island. I've took a path over to another island over here, of which I've I've stripped most of the resources out of it. I did have a turtle down here, but creepers in the game are shitheads, and they have a tendency to destroy anything that you have. I've got my leather farm going. Next thing I'm trying to do really is I'm trying to get some leather. 31, 31. That's amazing, absolutely amazing. Look at me, I'm smiling from ear to ear. So thank you guys. I really appreciate it. I've got a little basic farm going, and this area here is I'm trying to get some. I'm trying to get some zombie creepers. No, zombie creepers. Some zombie villagers, because you can turn them into villagers then that you can trade. Dan, I love Lego in the creation field to Minecraft. Yeah, I think that the funny thing is I was really into Gears of War. I absolutely love Gears of War. It's probably it's in my top 10 of favourite games. I love the backstory, and I played Gears of War 2 at quite a high level. I played with some people. We had a little tag. We had a little gang. We had a little clan. We would sit up to the stupid hours in the morning, like all of us who you Call of Duty fans, and we'd wait for the American service to come on so we could play against the American guys. And my lads, I've got two boys. They was playing Minecraft when it first come out, the 1.0 and the 1.3 I think was the first. And I looked at it and I thought, bloody hell, what is this game? This game. Who wants to play a game like this? Is the it's too simple. This is what is this? This is rubbish. Then just slowly, I played it probably a month later, and somewhere along the line, I managed to get absolutely hooked on the game, and I think I've got it for every platform that it's possible to have it on, in one form or another. So I love that it's, like Dan says, it's a very chilled out game. It can be very basic, but at the same time it can be very intricate, and it can be as complicated as you want it to be. My youngest son is very good with the redstone. He can do the redstone contraptions, make automated farms. I'm in the process of just learning all of that now, really. So level 4, are you English? Yeah. I'm from a town called Birmingham. So it's we're in the middle of the UK. Some call us the heart of England. So yeah. So you're probably. I was surprised that you can understand me, because I'm fully aware I've got quite a broad Brummie accent. I'm also a massive West Bromwich Albion fan, which I think you are as well. Is that Dan? So Albion are my love, are my joy, for a better of a sin. I'm also a New York Giants fan. Is American football, so New York Giants are the American team equivalent to being an Albion fan. We'll have fantastic seasons, and then we have about 8 seasons where we're absolutely terrible. Redstone and building on my thing in Minecraft clan. You can join if you are from England. Dan says boing boing. Up the baggies, Dan. I'm very impressed someone created Titanic in Minecraft. Wow. How you doing, Maverick? Thank you for coming into the stream. I appreciate it. How are you doing? I'm doing very good, thank you. Yeah, I seen there's a guy called Silent Whisper who I watch on YouTube. He's got a couple of channels. He does a lot of. He shows you how to do the redstone. I'm a massive Liverpool fan. I remember when you celebrated a home draw. The Hawthorns, when we celebrated a home draw against the Albion. Okay, well, Depends on who was the manager of the Albion at the time. Under old Roy Hodgson, we had a fantastic team. We had some great players, and we always seemed to do very, very well against some of the bigger teams, which is Dan will probably tell you him saying, which is everything an Albion fan wants to do. We have this habit of playing very good against the top teams, and then not particularly good against the lower teams. And Hodgson seemed to get the Albion playing the way most Albion fans like to play. We like the ball on the ground, and we like to I think it was, we like the ball on the ground, and we like to pass it around and that. So whenever I think of West Brom, I think of the 5-5 in the Wizards last game. I'm a United fan. I mean, what a fantastic game that was, James. What a game. Why we didn't sign Lukaku is beyond me. That was very not great forward thinking by the Albion. The fact that we asked Chelsea if we could have him on loan for another season, and then with a view to purchase, and they wanted, I think it was 5 million for him on loan. So they then said no, and he went to. Good morning. You okay? He then went to Everton, and we brought. Who did we buy from Everton? Was it Vaughan? I think we paid 3 million. We've going up to 5. Not one of the greatest deals the Albion have ever done, and that certainly didn't help us. I mean, Steve Clarke, who we had, was it Steve Clarke we had after Hodgson? He wasn't a bad manager. United are the worst. I've been brought up against United. It's funny how Liverpool and Man United have got this massive rivalry. I think that goes back to the 70s and 80s. Definitely. I've got a lad at work who's a United fan, and another fella who's a Liverpool fan, and they get on very well until it comes to football. Very well until against football. My partner is a Man United fan as well as an Albion fan. I slowly turned around. When Eric Cantona, one of my favourite players of all time, came back against Liverpool, and he scored that goal down at the Kop end, I think it was, and nearly caused a riot. That was something to see. Clarkey was very poor tactically against Sevilla, cost him his job really. He did. He didn't do a bad job overall. I think he did well his first season, Dan, just on the back of he inherited that Hodgson squad. So that really did help him. But he didn't build on from it, which is ultimately, I think that's what let him down. I love the lad we got in place at the moment. Bilic he's a really good manager. I like the whole aspect that he's saying to them that nobody's guaranteed a place in the team. You've got to earn it, and the team can change from week to week, which is the best thing. It's going to keep them on the toes. It'd be interesting to see where they go once they finish, if they decide they're going to finish the season or not. So what do I do for work? I am a assistant manager for a healthcare company, or cleaning company as they're known. So I'm still currently working, so I think I come under the essential worker banner. The building I work at is closed to the public, but it still has it's still got people working in there at the moment. We've still got security, we've still got maintenance. The building can't be turned off because then it probably wouldn't turn back on. But we've still got contractors coming onto site. So there's still plenty of work to be keeping me busy with. There's still plenty there. So yeah, I'm in work most mornings just after 4 o'clock. The good thing about it is I'm not in work for a lot of hours. I'm not there all day. I'm only there for a little bit. So it's helped me do a bit more of. I've put out a few more videos. I'm doing a little Resident Evil playthrough, which is scaring the living crap out of me because it's. I think there's a couple of videos of where I've nearly crapped myself. Roy's one of the best English managers. he's a great manager. He's a fantastic manager. I'm not sure if he quite got enough time at Liverpool, but then you never do at the bigger clubs. You've kind of got to hit the ground running. He signed some okay players. Joe Cole wasn't that big of I mean, it was a great signing, free transfer, but then putting him on, I think he was on 90k a week. That's where you paid your money there. But you didn't get the best Joe Cole. And I can't remember the other players that he brought in, but I don't think any of them last. But I think old Steven Gerrard had a little bit to say on how quickly old Hodgson went. But I'm not moaning, because in the pre-sense, like, by you guys letting him go, we had him at the Albion, and he was a good manager for us, and he showed that we can attract good players, and we can attract the good players, and we can play good football down there. Yeah, it's a shame. I mean, I don't know if he came fully fit, and even then, I'm not sure.
It is quite good because it's quite funny. Then there's some bits where you think, oh, bless him.
What are you talking about?
Absalom.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever watched Derek? No.
Sorry, there's a conversation going on in the background behind me as well.
It's on Netflix.
So I'm after a couple of zombie villagers, and I need to get my bookcases. You cried when Gerrard slipped because it lost us the title. Yeah, that's a meme in itself now, isn't it? How are the baggies coping during the lockdown? Any issues with players or staff being messed around with pay?
Do you know what? I kept saying I need to watch this.
Not really. I mean,
First episode.
Dan will
Last
probably
night
be
I
able to
thought,
tell
you
you
know
the
what?
same as much. It's pretty. I think they're more just want to get the season back under playing. There's a few of them. I follow a couple of them on Instagram, and you know, they're posting like every other footballer. They're posting little bits of TikTok and this, that, and the other, and posting that they're doing some training at home. I mean, how much? It's not. They're not. I still don't think they're going to be 100% match fit when they come back. I think you're going to see, if the season does continue, I think you're going to see. You're going to see a few of them that are going to be off the mark. But certainly at our club, I haven't heard anything. It's the little things, like we've got a few players on loan, and they're on loan with a view to buy them at the end of the season, and their parent clubs are not sure if they now want to sell them. Whether we're going to get them. Dan's put, no baggies are one of the best clubs to deal with it. Our CEO is going with no income to pay the day-to-day staff, and some of the other board members are doing the same. That's it. So yeah, I think we're doing all right. I don't know if they've incurred the pay cut, or, to be fair, I don't think there's many high paid players down there at the moment. Not with the likes of, say, with James Rodriguez and the money that them lads would have been on. But yeah, the guy who's in charge, he seems to be. He's took a bit of stick, but then he's took a bit of stick for not putting too much money into the club. But then you're in the Championship, so if you don't get back up and you don't use that parachute money correctly, or you pay Premiership prices for players and wages, and then you don't get back up, you're going to struggle. So I think they're doing the right thing, but we'll see. It'd be interesting to see if they get this season back up and running. Really, I mean, I already know a couple of Liverpool fans and Man United fans are saying that they want the season to carry on. They don't want Liverpool to win the league, to just be given the league. I know they've got to lose every single game between now. How many games left? 9, is it, in the Premier League? I think if they lose every single game and Man City win every game, that's the only way they're going to lose the Premier League. But couple of the one Man United lad at my place, he said if Liverpool win the league because they're given the league, we're still not going to count it as a proper win. So that's just the banter between Liverpool and Man United fans. So we'll see. It'll be interesting. I don't know how they're going to get it. I mean, there's no Euros, so that's going to happen if they want to extend the season into the off season and the pre-season, and decide to have a winter break. Maybe that's an option that they could do, or they just need to either call it as finish the season or end the season as nothing going on. That's so that we can get kind of back on track once this silly thing's done with. Not sure about Liverpool being denied the title. Klopp's team talks will be written for 12 months. They have some serious bragging rights if they were denied it and then won it next year. Yeah, I mean I love Jurgen Klopp. He's a fantastic manager, and Bayern Munich are my second football team. So I really wanted to see him at Bayern, and he gave us so much grief over the years at Dortmund, and doing it on a shoestring, and he's got a fantastic team around him. He's got a fantastic scouting team which he's brought to him, Liverpool, and now Liverpool are reaping the benefits of that. I mean, he's got fantastic coaches around him, but he's just a fantastic manager at the same time. He's one of those anomalies that come around every now and again, and I'm glad Liverpool are giving the time to build there, because if they'd have got rid of him after a season or so, that wouldn't have been any justification there to him. It took a few years to build at Dortmund, and look how good that Dortmund team is, and they're still benefiting from the Jurgen Klopp touch there. So, I mean, I'd have loved to have him at Bayern. He would have been a fantastic manager for our team there. He does seem to have a knack of seeming to create a family amongst his squad. He does. I think it was Marco Reus said somewhere where he puts in an us versus them mentality into the team. It's us against the rest of the league, and no one's gonna let us win the league. We've got to win it for ourselves. We've got to take it out of the hands of the other people. We've got to make it so that they cannot win it or take it from us. So I think he installs that into his players, and it seems to work. So I've got nothing but good things to say about the guy. I'm not the biggest Liverpool fan. I liked Man United when I was younger, but then they've had some great players over the years, and you can't deny that. We've been blessed with the players that Liverpool and Arsenal and Man United have produced for the England team over the years. So, but let's not write off. We had old big Cyril Regis down there, and he used to like to batter the Liverpool and the Man United players. That was his thing. So, I'm not sure if you're quite old enough to you've probably seen the highlights anyway, Dan. I'm in my 40s, so Cyril was a big fan of. I was a big fan of Cyril when I was younger. So unfortunately, he played for Wolves and Villa, but we won't talk about that. But he was just a great representation of the Midlands area. So right, let's go over here and see if I can find another. If I can find a house or I can find a village, that will really help us, because I'll be able to drag them back. I've waffled on for about 20 minutes now, and I've not really done anything in the game. You remember Cyril, you're 37. I had he came to where I worked one time, and he came with his family. He came to do a talking when he was just releasing his book, and he just started up his sports agency, because he didn't want he wanted the players to be. What you have to do? He wanted the players to be represented better than by some of these these Shark players that we have at the Shark agents that are in the game at the moment. So he'd started up an agency, and he came with his family, and I had a good 30-40 minute chat with the fella, and he was fantastic, absolutely fantastic. He got my old man an autograph, and he gave me his business card with his personal email address, and he said drop him an email, and he was going to sign a copy for my old man of his book. Absolutely. I mean, he was on my side. He was on my side all day, and he came back 2 or 3 times and had a chat with me. So I got nothing but love and admiration and respect for the fella. So yeah, I think most 40s to 50 Albion fans will tell you that Cyril was almost like whoa, have I not slept in a while? Almost God level, up there with Jeff Astle. I think Dan might say, if he's Dan's around my age, he probably old Bobby Taylor and Andy Hunt were the 2 lads down there when I was a kid. Richard Sneakers, another great player, and Darren Bradley, Super Bob. Yeah, I've got a Super Bob tattoo on my leg, so I got a number 9 with Albion strikes and Super Bob on the Super Bob on my leg. You know what? I got a story for you, Dan. So I played at a not a high level, but a pretty decent level at footy, and I had a few trials with a few clubs over the years. And one of the teams I turned out for was Tamworth. A couple of pre-season friendlies and what have you, and old Bob was down there at the time. He followed Bobby Gore down to Cheltenham, and then Cheltenham released him, and then I'm getting battered by his Phantom at the moment, so I need to run back to my house real quick before he batters me. And old Bobby was playing for Tamworth at the time, and shit, this thing's gonna kill me. Get in the water. Ah, fantastic! Killed by a Phantom. Yeah, that's when he had the band. So we had training, and all the lads that were on trial, and all the youth team players and that, they used to play with the reserve teams and what have you. And it was just like I said, it was just when he had the ban. So he'd been banished to the reserve team by the guy down there. I think it was Mark Cooper, if I remember. He'd been put in the reserve team, and they was doing it for his own good, and also like they were trying to encourage him to get his football coaching badges at the same time. So it was kind of like on-site training, that kind of thing. So I was, as you can imagine, Bob Taylor, absolute hero to me as a kid. So I was like running around the place like a bloody headless chicken, like super excited that I was possibly going to meet Bob Taylor. This is not going well at all today. I'm now getting wrecked. I need that fishing rod. And so he was at training. He was there for like 4 or 5 hours, and he still hadn't turned up. So one of the other lads had to go and get him. And when they got to his house, like I say, Dan, absolutely inebriated. Couldn't even put two sentences, 2 words, let alone 2 sentences together. Could barely stand up, but was absolutely on another level. So I think he touched the ball 4 or 5 times maybe, of which 3 times it went straight into the back of the net. So that gives you an idea. Even in his worst day, and I just literally followed him around like a little puppy. I used to play in defence, so at one stage there I was. Potentially, I was thinking I'm going to line up against Bob. He's half drunk. Well, he's probably more than half drunk, and he's still going to. Do I tackle him He's in his 30s. You know, am I going to hurt the fella? Or do I just let him? Do I let him just run past? Oh my life!
You just died again.
Oh, the Phantom's killed me again. He still plays in the Vets League locally to me. He's a type. There was a bloke I used to work with, and when he'd been released fully, when like nobody was picking him up because his drinking had got a little bit out of hand. He was working for a roofing company, and the lad I worked for, the lad who he was my supervisor at the time. His son was an apprentice, and they're all massive Albion fans, and he was working as a. This Phantom is just having my pants down at the moment. You're distracting me, stream guys. That's twice I've died in there. I need to get back into my house and sleep before this thing absolutely murders me. And he got him to come, and they had a little look, what do they call it? It's the Brazilian thing. Is it the footsie or something like that? Where he got him to thanks dude. He got him to come out and give him a couple of training sessions on the AstroTurf down at oh god, where is it? Just down by Shell Island, Shell Corner down. And he said even then, Futsa, that's it. Yeah, he got him. He come out, and there was, I think there was 12 of them. They were. He come out and did a little training session with them, and he come into work the next day, and he was like, the guy's on another level still, absolute another level. He does stuff without even thinking about it, and I'd like to remember the better things. I'm glad the Albion are looking after him now a little bit. I think he's an ambassador for the club now. So Liso's, yeah, I think that's what it was. Yes, please do. I'm just round the corner from Liso's actually, Dan. And he even in his worst, I'll love the guy to death. He can't do nothing wrong for me. I think I've got blinkered eyes for the guy sort of thing. So, like I say, I've had the luck of meeting him a couple of times, and you just robbed money off my side. I'm Broyley Hill, near Mary Hill. My eldest son lives. Where's Chris live? What's the name of that place? Dan, what's the as you're coming from Cradley, as you're going up towards Merrill? Is it Gravel Hill or no? I can't remember what it's called. Something Hill. Just before Broyley Hill, just before Merrill. My nipper lives that way. He's moved in with his girl, and her family's all Albion fans, and his middle name is my eldest son's middle name is Albion. So Quarry Bank Hill. Where did I get Hill from? Quarry Bank. That's the one, Dan. So yeah, he's over that way. He's Old Hill. No, Old Hill's down by our zone, isn't it? It's just past it. That's it. No, Quarry Bank definitely, Dan. Yeah, he's over that way. So yeah, and his middle name's Albion. I tried to let the missus talk the missus into letting me have more Albion players in there, but that didn't happen. So I managed to get Albion in there as one of his middle names. So, and he's a massive Albion fan himself. So right, I've had more deaths in this stream than I have in something like 20 hours prior leading up to this game. You guys are terrible, but it's been fantastic chatting, guys. I really appreciate you all coming in and into the stream and that, and I appreciate the all the subs. It's been fantastic. I still didn't get a zombie villager then, even though there was one over there. Let's see if I can encourage him to come back. Sure, there was one just on the. I've slept now, so that means the phantoms and I've lost all my levels. So that means another trip to the Nether. Oh, he's on fire. He's not going to survive. Here we go, perfect. No, get in the water, get in the water, come on. So this guy, if I can get him to live. I can transport him back at night. And then that way I can turn him into a normal villager. Where's he gone? Here he is. Crap. And normally the zombie villagers are the best ones to turn back into normal villagers because you normally get the best trades from them. Okay, so I'm draining now. What's he doing? Come on. He doesn't want to come up. He's being a right knob. Well, he's doing my head. Cheers, Vikings. We'll check out some of you there. James, thank you. I appreciate you coming into the stream. Thank you for the sub. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, guys. I'm going to be streaming for however long we've been on for an hour now. I'm probably going to stream for about another 20 minutes or so. And then I'm going to get some breakfast. See you later, everyone. James, absolutely fantastic. Thank you, legend fella, for coming into the stream. Appreciate that. Has this guy just done one? Oh my life. He's just being extra now. Let's aggro him and get him to come up. Got sausages. Sausages, nice. My stuff's all over the place. Not sorted out there. Let's move that. Oh, he's not having it. That's a nightmare. He would have been absolutely perfect. Right. Let's go and breed the cows. This is an exciting stream. Going to be breeding cows. You on day off tonight, Dan? You taking a night off tonight? No stream tonight? Do ba 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 bum. Cows are there. Let's go and get some levels back from the Nether. In fact, let's drop all of this. Drop this lot. Where's my cobblestone? There it is, perfect. Let's get rid of this stuff into here. Soul stand shit. Yeah, Sundays and Wednesdays I have off. Damn, it means I've got to find someone else to watch tonight now. I've just been watching a couple of Monkey Spaz's videos, and I don't know if you've probably seen them as well, Dan. Some of the old what ones was he doing? Oh, the ones where he's done the commentary on Games Master and what was the other one? Renegade, was it? I absolutely forgot about the one with Andy Crane. I forgot that even existed. And Violet Berlin. So it definitely took me back. I was in the middle of watching quite a few of them last night. So again, somebody I wouldn't have met or wouldn't have found unless you hadn't have had him on his stream. But he's got some fantastic content on there. What's Nate going on about?
Somebody is a buffoon, apparently.
Bad Influence, yeah, that was it. I completely forgot that program existed. So I watched the one last night where it was where Sega had almost shot themselves in the foot by releasing the release. Oh, is that how it's gonna be? Look at that. Good job I brought my where Sega brought out the Mega CD. No, the 32X. God, I can't talk today. The 32X, and then was it 6 months later they brought out the Saturn? Talk about undermining yourself, undermining one of your products. And it didn't even come with any cobblestone. Oh my life. So it's fantastic to reminisce. I know you can find all of the Games Master on YouTube. I know it's all on there, but it was good to see it from good to see Bad Influence. That was, I don't know if you remember Bad Influence. You remember it? The game show that used to be on. It was kind of like a rival to Games Master, I think. But we had Dominic Diamond come from Games Master to my school. I went to school in Chelmsford Wood, Dan, the other side of Birmingham. And when the Games Master did one of their little tours, certain schools they came to, and because our school was how can I say, not one of the best, they thought it would be good for the kids in our school if somebody like Dominic Diamond came and had a chat with us and did like careers day and what you want to do and that kind of stuff. And he absolutely didn't want to be there at all. A bunch of little snotty nosed Dave Perry, yeah, bloody hell, there's a name. He absolutely didn't want to be there at any given time. He was being stalked by a bunch of shiny four-headed teenage lads, all with that. I think what was the haircut everyone had, the parting down the middle with the undershave. Was it curtains? So he was there for most of the day, and you could just tell that he just didn't want to be there at all. I think he did. We had a session in the morning where they brought in Mega Drive and a Mega CD, and they brought in a Super Nintendo for people at the little booths for everyone to play on. And then you remember the Sega Buzz, Dan, that used to go around? We had the Sega Buzz come as well, and what the school did was, because they were worried that we was going to piss about, they had the best two people from the Sega Buzz on Sonic 2, if I remember, or Sonic 1. They had the best two people who had the best times and the best scores. They were the only ones that were actually allowed to go up onto stage to talk and to actually play the games with Dominic, while the rest of us all had to sit there in the theatre and watch it. It was the two lads who had the best times and best scores were also the two biggest nerds in our year. They constantly got hassled. So you can imagine how that went, because I didn't. The school I went to, you didn't really go to it for its academics. I think was it Guess said Steve. I think he said he said that he lived from Sheldon. Well, I was from Chelmsford Wood, and we always used to say Sheldon was the posher part. We had Marston Green just round the corner from us. And Sheldon and Marston Green were classed as the posher parts of our neck of the woods, should I say. So we were surprised when we got told that Games Master Ah, SNES-tastic, that was it, sorry. Yeah, they used to look at us from Sheldon. Our area was just a shopping centre with multi-storey building, multi-storey flats. That's the highlight of Chelmsford. It's not much dissimilar now. They've knocked down a few of the block of flats, but it's still generally the same. So you know it's a good area when the KFC's got bars on the service area. That ghast is not being my friend at the moment. Really could do with finding. I've not done myself any favours by not coming into the Nether with a bow and arrow. Oh my life. Let's see if there's anything over this wall. I'm not geared up at all properly for what I'm up to here in the slightest. I've come in with no armour. I haven't come in with a bow and arrow. If I dig through this wall, let's see if we can. I'm literally just looking for a fortress. If I find a fortress, I can start building a pathway to it. Fortress is going to help me speed up what I need to do. There's an Enderman. That's a good sign. That's not. Gonna give me a slime? No. Slime will be good for. Of course, a ghast has to spawn there. Is he stuck? He's fantastic if he was. Let's see if we can get a ghast tear out of him. See, not having a bow and arrow is not helping me there at all. Let's have a quick look down here. Right. Let's see if I can change my settings. Let's change the field of view. Changing the field of view slightly, what it'll do is it'll give you that. Zedric and Bella's YouTube channel. Hello. Well, hello to you. Thank you for coming into the stream. How you doing? Just playing a little bit of Minecraft at the moment. You see, I'm trying to find a fortress so that we can start getting brewing potions going. I'm right where my house is on my thank you. Where my house is in the world at the moment. I've got a guardian's temple right by me, so I need to get some breathing potions going so that I can actually get going on it. There's nothing going on there. I've never been this many blocks away from a fortress. This is the worst that I'm experiencing of this at the moment. So let's come back up here. Hello till food's done, do. Yeah, I'm definitely not in the I'm definitely not suited up correctly for what I'm undertaking here at all. as you can see, I've come in. What have I got? I've got no boots, no armor. That's half the fun, half the time, I think. But yeah, I've got plenty of resources to do it. But what I'm trying to do at the moment is I'm just trying to locate a fortress. So once I've located the fortress, I'll go back and get myself geared up properly. I can't believe this much render and there's no. I've got no fortress. It's terrible. This must do a mining session later. Right. Wow. I'm gonna go back to my house, and then I think I'm gonna knock it on the head for a little bit, because I'm certainly not set up correctly to be able to get on with what I'm doing there. So just give you a quick tour. So got my portal over there. I'm in the process of doing a enchanting room down here. So I've got an enchanted table and 2 books. I've got a little small farm going, enough to for what I need to be doing at the moment. I've got potatoes and I've got wheat. This area here I'm planning to use for some villagers. So I'm on the hunt for zombie villagers to be able to turn them, which is why I need to get some blaze rods. So I need to find a fortress. But I've beat the game. Don't get me wrong. I've beat the Ender Dragon, but I've never actually got an Elytra, one of the wings. I've never beat a Wither, and I've never beat one of the Water Guardians. So literally just by my house, just where my cursor is now, there's a Guardian's Temple. So there's my plan is to beat that, and then turn that into almost like a farm where I can just go over there. I know that if you take the top layer off, the Guardians then and then build glass up to water level, they'll spawn in that area, and then you can just farm what they drop from there. So that's the plan for that. As you can see, I literally started off with just 3 trees and a small bit of mud. I've done a little mud path over here, which takes me to another island, of which I emptied that island of all the mud, all the sand and all the trees, which I've then brought back. So yeah, I like to do little lonely island projects and then go from there. So yeah, I'm going to leave it at that point, guys. I really appreciate you all coming into the stream. I appreciate everyone chatting, and yeah, thank you for all the new subscribers to the channel. That's fantastic, Dan. Keep what you're doing, fella. You're doing fantastic for this community, especially somebody like me who's looking in from coming in new into the stream. It's been fantastic. We're all in a strange situation at the moment with this lockdown and everything else that's going on. So it's good where everyone's helping everybody there. So I will catch up with your videos shortly. I think I've got 3 of them on my watch later thingy, just behind a few of the other guys that I'm catching up with now. So yeah, catch you all again. I'll probably do some streaming maybe later on. Might be a bit of Streets of Rage, possibly some Gears. I'm trying to level up a few of my characters on Gears of War 5 at the moment. So if any of you guys want to add me on Xbox, I think my gamer tag's up on the screen now. So my gamer tag is UltraRay100M. Send me an invite. I accept everybody. So yeah, if you want to get into some games, we can get into some games. And on that note, I will catch you all next time. And